What's up, friends? We are back. It is 2 days until we leave for round one of Pro-Am, and we've got our last minute bolt check and a couple other things we needed to do to the car just before we get loaded up on Friday and drive down to Sebring. All right, so as the car sits, we've got fresh tires to go on with our Circuit Performance wheels looking sick. And we're just going to do a bolt check under the chassis on all the suspension components. I think there's an exhaust bolt that's rattling. Omar should be here any minute. We're going to nut and bolt check the car and make sure everything's tidied up, and I will record this time.
Bring that up a little bit. He's going to do good. I got some faith on my boy.
All right, we are almost to Sebring. We've had a couple hiccups on the way. We've got a cylinder 4 misfire code again on the Tahoe, so stopped at AutoZone to pick up. So we just picked up everything: spark plug wire. Already replaced the coil pack and picked up a fuel ejector. So hopefully one of those fixes it for the ride back.
First prime?
Yep. Just push it.
Yep.
Alright, so we made it to Sebring, got the car unloaded, did tech, passed without any issues, thankfully, because I was worried about some things. But yeah, we are good to go. Now we're just hanging out until tomorrow. Come out, come wide, come out here. Click 2. Lots of left foot brake to stay in the box.
Yeah, it's pretty wide.
This is going to be hard, staying out here, seeing the grass, because I'm going to want to dive in. But
here, yeah.
We're just, I don't like, you, let's chat. Like, I don't want it to be I'm your fucking,
I got you, bro.
It's bullshit. It's kind of nerve-wracking, honestly.
It is.
Like, that's why I wanted to, like, walk and see where everything is, because it's a lot.
It is a lot.
And
at least that we're doing this early, and there's not a lot of people that could like get us confused, and we're talking to the right people.
Yeah.
Instead of tomorrow, they might be overwhelmed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just get this out of the way and just
find like where everything is. Like, where do we get on track? Where do we get off track? Like, where's the burnout box? All of that. Like,
yeah.
Let's figure it out. So I feel a little more at ease. A little less. Still. Actually, I might be more stressed now because we're here.
Nah, you got it, my man.
At least I feel like I know where we're going now. I am feeling a little out of place with our little, like, 20-foot open trailer when you've got big ass enclosed, big enclosed, 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 and all these, like, full pro cars. Like, ours is still a street car. But we're here, we're gonna send it, and have fun. All right, we got to the room. We got a pretty sweet room, actually. It was not intentional. I kind of waited last minute to book, and this is all they had, but it was a good deal. Sweet bathroom. Shower is sweet. Me and Omar have to cuddle on the king size. No, we think this one pulls out. So
it does.
It does. It's a pull-out couch. My couch pulls out, but I don't. So damn. And then the balcony, if I can figure out. I'm pushing it down. It's locked. There it goes. Smarter than the balcony. Is there a light?
Yes.
Yeah. It does not work. Alright, so they got giant checkers. Like, it's as big as Omar. Alright. Hotel ribs look sick. Omar, you good? No? Alright, so we jumped straight into practice here, and the car's feeling really good. I've had a few practice runs leading up to this, and just kind of getting a feel for the layout and where the zones are. I kept having trouble with this long sweeper at the end staying out wide enough to catch that touch and go before the final transition, but we started to really figure out the flow of the track as we progressed through practice. I wanted to try a few different things throughout the practice session, trying to figure out what gear I wanted to be in. We were right in between second and third gear, and a couple of these runs I did try third gear. I believe this is one of them, and it just choked me up a little too much before the transition, so I just ended up deciding to stick with second gear throughout the whole layout. I wanted to get more practice, but I think another car actually caught fire and stopped the track for like 10 minutes, which by the time we made it up to do our warm-up on the tires, practice was over. So didn't get as many practice laps as I would have liked, but going directly into competition later today, we're going against our buddy Brian, so I at least am familiar with his driving style. So I think that will be somewhat of a bonus to like our first competition battle, going against someone we know, someone I've driven with, and a car I'm familiar with. So I think we're good. Now we're just gonna kind of chill out, watch seating bracket, and yeah, get ready for main comp later in the day. This is cool though. We did get our banner and our door, so we're official. Super cool. Alright, this next clip, we jump straight into competition, top 32 against my buddy Brian Sturman. I decided to kind of put the camera down and just focus on trying to chill out, cool off, because it was a really hot day, and just really focus before jumping into our top 32 battle, because I know Brian's a good driver. I've driven with him before, and I know he's really going to have to push for this battle.
Here we go. Zach Allison, and with that Ford Mustang in the lead. Coming in with a nice weight transfer initiation, going to that first outer zone, able to get fully deep. Oh man, flirting with the outer line, going to that outer touch and go. Beautiful transition, bang, right to angle. Brian is struggling a little bit, but Zach went a little too deep, possibly maybe one tire off on outer zone 2. Transitioning in this fatal funnel. Oh my goodness! Ooh.
Well, that is the reflexes of a drift car driver. We are out there on the razor's edge the entire time and trying to make the decisions of, are we shutting this car down? Are we trying to spin it to not slam into somebody? Or are we trying to get as close as we can and trust them?
As you can see, I made a mistake on the final transition, just pushing the hardest I've pushed all day, and just transitioned a little too quick for what my car could keep up with. Looking back on it, I think we had the front end gripped up too much, and Mustangs are notorious for not having a lot of self-steer, which we've been working on. I've got a video dropping for that. But yeah, going into our chase run against Brian, nerves were high. I was frustrated. I had already zeroed out on my lead run, and knew I really was going to have to push because Brian's car is really quick, and you'll see how that goes here.
Getting ready. Lights extinguish. Zach is in the chase, gives himself a little jump as Brian just being rowdy right off the rip. Rips that e-brake going inside first outer zone, gets right, nice floaty angle. Oh my goodness, that was buttery smooth. All the way into outer touch and go, beautiful. And going into outer zone 2, a little bit too deep on outer zone 2, one tire possibly off. Now getting to touch and go 2, transitioning to the final outer zone. That is, oh my goodness, Zach.
Not Zach's turn. There's a banana peel out there for Zach, unfortunately. Yeah, Brian doing a great job, a little bit too far out in there. I don't know if he was just sending a little too hard or if he doesn't have the grip he thinks he has. The track has obviously changed.
So our chase run was not so great and ended pretty much the exact same way as our lead run. I think just being flustered from spinning our first competition event, and then knowing Brian's car is fast and just not getting as close as I wanted to on initiation, I just couldn't close that gap. And from there, it was just frustration and struggle trying to close the gap without just taking him out. I definitely didn't want to do that because I already had zeroed, but I wanted to be closer and put pressure on him, which we just couldn't get the car close enough. His car's super fast, and we're going to work on some things with our car to try to make it a little bit quicker and hopefully fix some of these changes. We're going to try a different front tire setup and some steering, electric power steering adjustments, and hopefully quicken up the steering ratio and how much resistance it has to help make it transition a little bit better. But yeah, Brian definitely deserved that win. His car was super fast, and we're making some changes going into the next round to hopefully do better. All right, it's the morning after. We're packing up, leaving the hotel. There's a bunch of other drivers out here. We've got just awesome bunch of drift cars in the parking lot, and yeah, it's never truly over until you get back home. And in grand fashion, which is gonna hopefully not becoming tradition with Treadwear Life, is we're having to do some maintenance. We got a cylinder 4 misfire on the Tahoe. Made it here, but we stopped at the parts store to pick up spark plug, replaced the coil pack already, so wire, and possibly a fuel injector. So hopefully one of these fixes it. I'm gonna put the camera down and help, so I'll see you guys in a bit. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it back. Decently scraped up, nothing crazy. Couple cone marks, Brian up there on the door. Couple more cone marks. Those will buff out. Brian got the best of me. That's Brian too, actually. Brian's mean to my car. We got Brian back once for that dent, but he put another one on this side in our battle. So I got to go to his event next weekend and, you know, payback. So payback's a bitch, Brian, but we're gonna leave a mark on your door.
Coming for it.
Yeah, we're coming for it. So other than that, that was
Very eventful.
Yeah, it was very eventful.
Eventful. Very eventful.
I mean, how did you feel after everything?
It was pretty much hot. We had a couple runs. The car did good. That's all isn't very important, but other than that, we're coming for the next battle.
So we learned a lot. We went into this knowing it was a learning experience, and obviously wanted to do better than we did, but can't be too mad losing to one of your friends. And so yeah, I've words are hard still because it was a long weekend. So
Very long weekend. Hot. It was so hot.
Yeah. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting, but it was still pretty bad. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We've got some more prep to do. We learned some stuff about the car. Talked to a few friends. We're making some changes in the coming weeks, and we'll have more content on that. We're gonna try to fix the steering issue and grip it up a little bit more, especially at higher angles. So order some parts and get them put on the car, and I'll take you guys along with me. But other than that, if you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see. Yep, y'all better. So we'll see you on the next video. Peace.